also another ability called Flames of Sargeras, which is just a dot, and you need to run away from the raid. And that will drop these patches of fire. And this is the soft enrage mechanic in phase 3. Those patches of fire need to be taken as far away from the raid as possible, and they need to be overlapped as much as possible. So if you see, as a DPS, that one of those patches of fire has been dropped, you then need to go and stand on the edge of it. It's not so you're taking damage, but you go stand on the edge of it. So the next one that is dropped will be dropped overlapping it, and that will greatly increase the amount of space we have. If you do not know where to stand, run to the as a ranged DPS, run to the guy with the star on his head. The boss on that phase will be tanked towards the edge of the room. There's no mechanics that will knock us off on that one. And he'll be tanked towards the edge of the room. And the reason for this will be because he uses an ability called Storm of the Destroyer. And the Storm of the Destroyer, similar to Botanist, if you're on there for the Botanist fight, is a big purple thing that expands 3 times. However, in comparison to Botanist, the thing that expands 3 times will go pretty much 3/4 of the way across the room. And when that happens, we will run directly away from the boss towards where we are standing now to avoid the damage of that, and then go back. We may accidentally switch sides with Guldan on that, but it doesn't really matter as long as the Guldan is on tank towards the edge of the room. That's absolutely fine. Have I forgotten anything phase 3? I don't think I've forgotten anything phase 3. If I have, let me know.
Yeah, make sure you don't stand in front of the boss on the tanks. In all phases.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. Healers must top up the healing absorption shield applied from Soul Siphon. Soul Siphon is the debuff that you get when you go into the Well of Souls. It will absorb 650,000 healing for 30 seconds. That will add a soul to the Well of Souls. So yeah. So what we need to do is the healers need to be keeping an eye on those people who are going into the Well of Souls, and they need to be healing the shit out of them. Is there any questions for this Guldan fight before we start?
Sorry, I just got that.
I know you already know it, so. Is there any questions for this Guldan fight? Really? I mean, you feel free to. Because it's a long fight and it's got a lot of fucking abilities.
You might have a few questions after pull 1, mate.
Yeah, okay, let's do a ready check and see who's here. Flask up. Yeah. I know. I'll call pretty much everything. Tanks will call some, and healers will call some. Remember, phase 1, dodge all the green shit. The main thing, and kill the second ad first. Healing bubbles on phase 1 will be used. Phase 1 and phase 2 will be the purple orbs that will be coming from the boss and landing, and you'll be taking them in turns, and whilst we stack on the location where they're landing.
Yeah, we need to make sure we're stacked up as well, because if someone's out of the raid and it goes on them, the entire raid's going to have to move over, and we're going to have to double it anyway.
Yeah, so people need to be stacked on pretty much all of the phases, really, actually. Alright, ready? Final ready check.
Yeah.
Make sure you've
It's
got
asking when we're bloodlust.
BL 3 on like 30% or 25%.
25, I think.
25.
How long is this fight? Can't remember.
Long.
10 minutes.
It's pretty long.
Fuck.
Stop wiping out.
It's not 50.
It's
not long.
It's
It's
more
not.
interesting.
Not long enough to double bloodlust either, as far as I know. So.
Slowly goes away.
Remember to use prolong.
Yeah, definitely. Don't. You should be pre-bottle with prolonged power on this.
You only had to say that once, trust me.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So do not use your DPS cooldowns until I call it. You can do some. Okay, stack. That's where you use that. That there is the thing that you use. Okay, this is the first ad. Get out of the ad. Dan's already dead.
Fuck.
So do some damage.
Stacked on.
We're stacking on skull. Yeah, absolutely. That's where I
Remember
am.
to use your ability on
Okay.
the tanking.
Stack. Get Dan up.
Tell me when you're done.
What ability is that?
Okay, be quiet. This This is Inquisitor. Now pop all your DPS cooldowns.
I did use it. I used it.
Yeah, to use it when it's about to end. The ability in the middle of the screen.
Liquid Hellfire, dodge attack.
Guys, you need to be on skull.
Okay, wipe it up.
Or the beams.
Yeah, don't stand in that beam though.
Wipe it up. Just die, guys, quickly. Because the quicker you die, the quicker we're going to be able to actually kill this boss.
I can check the tank mechanic once just to see if it works. You can use this one.
I used it before.
laser
Didn't
running around, away from.
Yeah, what you need to make sure of, it lasts 6 seconds. So you need to press it in like 50% of his cast, so it's up when he finishes it.
What's the thing called again?
Shatter Essence.
Yeah.
This is only heroic, so imagine what this will be on. Yeah, so if you are not as a ranged DPS or melee DPS on phase 1, where the star is, you're the guy with the star on his head, you're in the wrong place. So do follow me around. There is multiple abilities to worry about. Now, when the ads spawn, the ads will spawn in a big purple thing that will fucking kill you if you do not stand in it. You can go stack on skull now. So what we'll be doing is we'll be moving out of the purple thing, moving out of the beam, moving out of the eyes, moving out of everything.
You can tank Guldan, Stolly Hall. Just stay here and watch for that.
Okay, boss.
By the way, if you want a tip, after he casts Liquid Hellfire in the first phase, he usually casts the beam right after, like 10 seconds after. So you're prepared for that.
He doesn't. You can tell where he's going to do it because he faces that direction.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep an eye on Guldan, guys.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna head home and log in. I'll be on in 10
And Fake
minutes.
will be in a few tries.
Do we have to tank the boss still while he's doing?
No, he isn't tankable.
Guldan, you can't
Just-
attack him since phase 2.
You just hit him, and I'll take the first ad, and you have to pick up the third ad. Or actually, you have to taunt swap with me after Shatter on the first ad.
Yeah.
So I'll take the third ad.
If you don't soak the Liquid Hellfire, we have to run away. We have to run fucking miles away from it. We'll reduce our damage massively. Much easier to soak the Liquid Hellfire with a healing cooldown because it just does nothing, and then we can just keep DPSing. Otherwise, I have to run away from it, which is annoying. Okay, here we go.
And it is fire damage that will remove your buff that you use if you're
Exactly.
Yep.
Stack on skull, stack on skull. Everybody should be on skull. If you're not on skull, you're in the wrong place. This is why our guild have such long pull times. Cam, come on skull, come on, come on. You know you want to. No, follow
5,
skull.
4,
Cam,
3,
don't be
2,
naughty.
1.
People don't know why you're following the boss. You can't do shit to the boss in phase 1. Stack on skull. The boss will heal. Get out the thing. Get out of that.
Extra power, dude.
Two people
Liquid
died already.
Hellfire, stack on it, stack on it. I know. Stack on the Liquid Hellfire. Guys, I've said before, get out the purple before that if you and that's the boss. Use your DPS cooldowns on it. Those are the pillars. You can dodge those.
Taunt first ad.
Liquid Hellfire, move. Inquisitive Vethers is the one you're killing right now. Those green pot things, get away of them. Those are the Younger Spirits. Next one is the Liquid Hellfire. Everyone stack. Don't use it until you know where it's going to land. You were lucky that time. And see these eyes here? This is why we moved them towards the other side of the room. We're moving the bosses the wrong way.
I've used my thing. I thought
He
it was
teleports, you can't choose where we go.
He does, the other ones don't.
No, but you really want to follow the ranged one, don't you? He's the one we're killing.
Yeah, you follow Beth.
We'll
Beth
follow him. Okay, so things that are killing people there, when those ads spawn, you need to get out of the purple pools. Those purple pools have a ridiculous amount of damage. Just the minute you see it, run away. One thing I say to our guild all the time, if you are the sort of person that likes to squeeze in, like wait until the end of your cast bar to move, you cannot do anything approaching mythic raiding. You cannot be that person. You need to take the hit. Yeah. You need to take the hit and just drop your DPS and get out of the mechanics. You do 0 DPS if you're dead. But do not be that guy. I say it to our guild all the time.
Sorry, can I get a res? I just needed to do something.
Yeah, it's fine. So we'll be following Inquisitive Method.
Hand of Guldan did 33 million damage.
Oh, if all DPS are alive, he should be dead before it.
Do not use your healing special action button until you know where it's going to land. We have to be where it's going to land. Just by res up Sterling. Just by the fact this first phase is as hectic as it is, means that the people will be rather spread. So if it goes somewhere where you're not, and you're going to use your healing cooldown, you need to be on where it is.
You don't want to be on top of it.
Why?
Because it does less damage the further you are from it.
Yeah, that's why we stack.
Yeah, so that's why using the healing cooldown.
It's a basic tactic. I mean, you could have everyone spread out around the entire room and then run away from where it drops, but then...
Because the scattering field, okay, only absorbs... it shares the damage that's left over. Yeah? It absorbs 50% of fire damage taken up to 1,750,000, which is about, what, 875,000. And so there's a lot of damage left over that we then need to soak as well. So. Good. Eat up. Full timer.
Should do a ready check. Someone said AFK 30 seconds.
You could do 2-3-2. Yeah, you could. That's an idea. Why not try doing that? People really need to be stacked. Where's Hoya? Is that the AFK one? If I do not run and attack Guldan again, guys. So many of you, like Cam, can you hear me? Can you come and stack on Skull, please? Thank you. There's no reason to attack Guldan except to get a crit off or something. Well, yeah, there's no reason to run over him.
3, 2, 1.
Be ready to move. Liquid Hellfire. This is where we stack. There we go. And then move. Do some damage to this guy. Get back onto the start. And there's going to be another one spawning soon. Liquid Hellfire. There we go. Now we move from that purple. Stay where star is. Now all your damaging cooldowns and kill the Inquisitive Effort. You should be on top of Inquisitive Effort. Everybody should be on top of Inquisitive Effort.
I'm like shattered. So here we go.
Yeah, because you got hit by a green thing. Liquid Hellfire.
On top of the other one, actually.
Move. Fel Efflux is next. Okay, now back onto Fel Lord. Move from the shit on the floor. I
got no ice.
Next is Liquid Hellfire. Stack. And then next, Fel Efflux. Now move from the green shit on the floor. Next is liquid hellfire, and then fell flux again. So you need to be. The minute it goes off, you need to be moving. So ready? And the minute it goes off, just get moving. Move. Don't get killed. That's the end of phase 1. Run around to the red side and hug the portal.
The ritual is upon us. But first,
res up the healer, Terracar.
I'll start on boss, so you need to pick up the
Hug it.
Dread Lords.
Hug it.
Finish you.
Hug it. I don't know how far it pushes us. Yeah, see? You have to hug it. So now you do damage to Guldan. Hold off on all your cooldowns. Stack on boss towards the middle of the room. Bonds have failed. People get thrown out. There we go. Stack on them and they'll move. Don't move out of that unless you've got people stacking on you. That's why you're doing it.
What color is bonds of fell, Sam?
There was green, but in orange when it's empowered. Single target people will now use your DPS cooldowns on as a Guldan.
Got me.
That needs to be chain interrupted.
I had aggro on the big ad.
Yeah,
Me too. And
instead.
you need to kill the guys of Guldan. These need to be killed. These need to be killed first. We're going to keep going until we're all dead, so we get to see as many abilities as possible. Okay.
If you have specs that are better for 2 targets, should I go that spec? More damage on eyes, more damage on heads, more damage on phase 1.
It could be better for you.
Not decreasing my single target that much.